Hey, howdy, hey, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 7, Episode 2, aka the Snatch Game. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below what you thought about the Snatch Game, and hit that subscribe button. Come join the Sandwich Hour community. And without further ado, let's get this video started. So for today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Snatch Game episode. Honestly, before we do get into this, I do want to put out my normal disclaimer. Again, these are all my own opinions. If you do not agree with these opinions, that is perfectly fine. You are allowed to have your own opinions. Exactly. It's an opinion. But with that being said, this isn't meant to send hate to any of the queens mentioned in this video. They're all iconic queens. They're all winners already. And, yeah, let's get into it. Honestly, the episode starts out, queens walking back into the workroom, talking about how things are going, strategy. Obviously, Shay and Monet both have legendary legend stars now, so they are currently the ones to beat. And they're just talking about things, talking about how they do it. And then Trinity comes in and is like, oh, why did he block me? Blah, 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 to Shay. And Shay basically tells her, well, I see you as competition. You're the one who can bounce back from it. It's a whole thing. I don't know how seriously it is versus how much it's, like, joking. Because there's definitely some, like, back and forth banter with Trinity and Shay. Again, it's really nice to see them have fun. Like, Trinity is still having fun with it. Like, they're all just having fun on the show, and I really love seeing that. And I think this was a great example of that. So that happens. We get into a new day in the workroom. RuPaul comes in, introduces the Maxi Challenge, which is going to be Snatch Game. They're all getting ready, doing the things. Honestly, I kind of just want to skip forward to the actual Snatch Game, because this is probably one of my favorite Snatch Games of all time. So many of these queens were hilarious, but I do need to give a extreme special shout out to which I believe is the best Snatch Game performance of all time, aka Jinx Monsoon. But we will get to that shortly. Alright, so Snatch Game is being worked out where they each do two characters. Again, very much inspired by Bob the Drag Queen. We all remember that when Bob did the amazing Uzo Aduba, and then we switched into Carol Channing. So again, Bob is just being inspirational to this all-winner season. It's really nice to see, you know, because, like, I stand Bob, and, like, duh. Anyways, so there are going to be two separate Snatch Games back-to-back. Again, it is nice to see them going back to the normal Snatch Game for an All-Star season, because I was tired of that Snatch Game of love, so, like, I really enjoyed this. Again, we're going to cover each separate Snatch Game, and I'm going to give you my opinions. Alright, first Snatch Game, Part 1. Let's go through these queens. First, we have Monet Change as Mike Tyson. I love this. I thought this was so well done. Such a good choice for Monet. It works really, really well. And I think she's able to pull the character out really, really well. Like, Monet, obviously has a complicated relationship with Snatch Game, right? But I thought this was a great job by Monet. One of my favorites of this group. In the first Snatch Game, it was one of my favorites. Yeah, I thought this was great. I really, really enjoyed it. Really great job by Monet. Next, we get Raja as Madam. I love this. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. This was probably my second or third favorite of this group. Like, it was just so good. And the prosthetics, like, it was just, it was perfection. You know, like, Raja is, I think part of it is Raja I don't necessarily think of as being a funny queen, right? Because Raja is the fashion queen, right? So it's really nice to see her kind of just have fun and do really well at Snatch Game. So I really, really, really enjoyed her, madam. Next, we have Vivi, the Viv, as Joanna Lumley from AbFab. I thought this was pretty good. It was a good job. It did feel a little bit one note. Again, it wasn't bad. Just a little bit one note. My one critique. Next, we get Trinity the Tuck as Satan. Alright. I thought this was a really smart choice. I will say, we all know the She Devil by Night situation. And I don't know if this was her playing into that, or what the idea was with that. Because, like, she had to have known playing the devil was gonna make connections to that. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into that. But, with that being said, I do think Trinity did a really great job as Satan. I loved when she was like, you can call me Lucy, like, short for Lucifer. I loved that moment, that was really cute. I think she had fun as Satan, like, I thought she did a really great job. And I really, really enjoyed it. I will say I really, really enjoyed Trinity's Satan. I thought it was great. Next, we get Jinx Monsoon as Natasha Lyonne. I love this. Like, the impersonation was spot on. The jokes were landed every single time. Jinx, like, oh my god. With Jinx, I don't think she can miss on a Snatch Game. And out of all of the Snatch Games in this group, this first one, this was my favorite. However, it was not my favorite of all of Jinx's Snatch Games. Keyword. Not my favorite of all of Jinx's. But still, phenomenal. Great job by Jinx. Come on. Come on. You know, she's great. She's great. Next, we get Shea Coulee as Elsa Majimbo. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not too familiar with Elsa Majimbo. But I did really enjoy Shea's Snatch Game. I thought she did a really great job bantering back with Ru. Again, I still think of her Flavor Flav, right, from All Stars 5. So, like, this was really good, but I still think the Flavor Flav was better, if that makes sense. But still, really great job. Finally, well, no, not finally, we have two more. Next, we have Yvie Oddly as Rico Nasty. This was probably the weakest of the Snatch Games. I love Yvie. I love her line from the previous episode where she's like Queen of the Queerdos. Like, that's been stuck in my head forever. But I don't think Yvie does a great job when it comes to Snatch Game. And I think that was clear here. I think Rico Nasty was probably the worst of the night. It was so flat to me in one note that it just didn't go anywhere. And she wasn't really able to, like, banter back with Ru, right? And that's a big part of Snatch Game. Like, that is what Snatch Game is, right? Make Ru laugh and banter back with Ru. Like, it's improv. Improv is yes and, right? And you need to go back, swap it back, you know? Like, keep it going. And I thought Yvie didn't really do that. So for me, this was the weakest of the night. Again, I love Yvie. It didn't do it. Not for me. Next, we get Jada Essence Hall as Prince. I love Jada. I love Jada. This was not good either. I'm sorry, like, I don't think Jada, like, towards the end, I definitely think she was just realized that it wasn't doing what she needed it to do and just had fun with it, which was nice to see. But still, I'm not the best. I love Jada, not the best. Alright, Snatch Game Part 2. This is where we really get into it. This group second grouping was my favorite. Yeah. We'll get to why, but yeah. First, we have Viz as Catherine Tate. I love this. I will say I really, really enjoyed this. I personally am not familiar with Catherine Tate, but I still thought she did a really great job. Really, really fun. Again, like, if you do a really great job, I don't think you necessarily need the audience to know who the character is. I mean, sure, if you know the character, you'll get more of the jokes. But still, I really, really did enjoy this. I thought it was great. Yeah, no, really, really great job. Next, we get Evie Oddly as the Boogeyman. I will say, for Evie, this was my favorite of all of her Snatch Games she's ever done. Between Whoopi and Rico Nasty, this was the best. But, was it the best of the group? No. Still, like, it was better, but it didn't do what it needed to do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, I don't think it was enough to recover. And, yeah, that's about all I can say. Next, we get Trinity the Tuck as Leslie Jordan. I thought this was a really great choice. It definitely let her use some physical comedy at the beginning when she was like, oh, give me a boost. Like, help me up. I thought that was really funny. I think she did a really great job. And it was also a really good choice for her because it was she was able to really embrace her Southern roots. Sure. Southern gay roots. And I thought that was really great. Yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed her Leslie Jordan. I thought it was really great. Next, we get Jada Essence Hall as the Lady Chablis. I liked it. Not the best. Yeah. I kind of forgot Jada was there at one point. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll say about that. Next, we get Miss Shea Coulee as Miss J. I liked it. I liked the look. The look was really great. I remember watching Top Model as a kid. I remember Miss Shea. I liked it. Not the best. Yeah, that's about what I'm going to say on that. Next, we get Raja as Diana Vreeland. I really, really enjoyed this. I thought this was a really great job. The makeup was great. The look was great. The impression was great. I loved it. I really, really loved it. Really great job. Next, we get Monet Exchange as Martin Lawrence. I loved it. Martin Lawrence had Shanae. Like, again, like, Monet did a really great job. I think this episode, for me, she was in the top 3. But, yeah, that's what I'll say on that. I thought it was a really great job. Alright. Now we are at the point, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, where we get into Snatch Game perfection, right? Alright, this is Jinx Monsoon as Judy Garland. I was in awe of the Snatch Game character. I was in awe of the Snatch Game performance. I think this is the best Snatch Game of all time. Jinx Monsoon as Judy Garland. I have no words. Like, it's so good. So good. This is what I've been waiting for a Snatch Game, you know? Someone to just come out and really just knock it out of the park. When she brought up Dave from season 5, like, Dave saying he killed, Judy Garland, that was such a perfect moment. Jinxie, if you ever watch this video, know I'm one of your biggest fans. Like, this, it was so good. So good. I loved it. I absolutely adored it. Such a great job. There are no words. No words. Phenomenal. Alright. That's the Snatch Game. let's go ahead and get to this runway because I have some thoughts. So the runway category was Pleather Principal. Pleather Principal. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, when it comes to the Pleather Principal category, let's go through this. First, we have Monet Exchange. I love this. I thought this was a really, really great look. I thought she looked stunning. I love that color on her. I loved her makeup. I love the, just the overall texture on the top part of the bodice. I thought that was really, really well done. Probably one of my favorite looks of the night. Like, it was a really, really great look. Great job. Next, we get Raja. I loved it. Again, Raja, like, come on, Raja. Raja always does a great job on the runway, and I thought this was no exception. Really, really great job. Next, we get Viv. I love this. I love this red perfection moment. I love the shoulders, the shoes, the wig, the mug. I love this look on Viv. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, no, it was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah. Do you get it? Absolutely. Okay. Next, we get Trinity the Tuck. For me, this was probably one of the weaker runways of the night. Just because it wasn't very memorable. And for me, not my favorite. I love Trinity, not my favorite. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say on that. Next, Jinx Monsoon. I loved it. I'm sorry, it's so Jinx. Like, Jinx does such a great job of putting her aesthetic into every category, and I thought this was a perfect interpretation of how Jinx would do Pleather. And yeah, no, I loved it. I really, really loved it. I might be biased. Sue me, don't sue me, actually, but I loved it. Next, we get Shea Coulee. From Shea, this was not my favorite runway. Last week, I think she knocked it, whoa, not last week. Last episode, I think she knocked it out of the park. With this one, I like the idea of it. I like the cat concept, but not my favorite. Yeah. Next we get Evie. I like the anime references. Was it necessarily the category? I don't think so. But I'll give it a pass because I liked it. Yeah, I'll give it a pass. Finally, we get Jada. I loved it. I loved it. This was she looked so hot. Like, Jada, come on, Jada. So good. Alright, now we get to the placements. The top two of the week are going to be Trinity the Tuck and Jinx Monsoon. I guess it feels correct, although I probably could have put Monet in there as well, instead of Trinity. Let me know who you would have put in there down below. Or Raja. Raja could have been in there too. Alright. Of course, Trinity was blocked, so she does not get a Legendary Legend star, so she has no points towards her, going towards the end of the show. Again, really smart choice by Shea last week to block Trinity. I thought that was a really smart choice. It worked out. Great job. When it came to the lip sync song was by Adele. Why am I blanking on the name of the song? I don't know. But it was a good lip sync. I do think Jinx won, because Jinx, Jinx won. I do agree with that. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I agree. Jinx won. Congratulations to Jinx. She gets $10,000 and gets to hand out the Platinum Plunger. So Jinx is walking around, doing her rounds, and then she decides to give the Platinum Plunger to Miss Shea Coulee. Again, it makes sense to block the people with the stars already, because you don't want them to get more stars. And she also doesn't know what next week's challenge is going to be. I mean, same with Shea, she didn't know, but anyways, Shea Coulee has been blocked. She has the Platinum Plunger now, and yeah, that brings us to the end of this review. Like I said, this was a really great Snatch Game. I thought they all did a phenomenal job. But Jinx won this episode, and that feels correct. Yeah, that does bring it to the end. Let me know what you thought about this episode down below in the comments section. Like this video if you liked it. Share it on social media. Hit that subscribe button. Come join the Samature Hour community. Also follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Samature Hour. It is everywhere. Yeah, and hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. And I will see y'all later. Bye.